Alright guys, we're going to go over the answers for our chapter 21.3 guided reading notes. You should have these filled out already from Friday, if not finishing them up from earlier today. So we are just going to go over and check them to make sure we have everything correct. Your matching definitions should be CAB. So natural selection is the process in which a species becomes better suited to its environment. An adaptation is a characteristic that allows a species to live successfully in its environment. And a niche is the way a species makes its living. 4, every organism has a variety of adaptations that enable it to live in any kind of environment. This is false. Organisms have specific adaptations to where they live, not just any kind of environment. Then the 3 major types of interactions among organisms are competition, predation, and symbiosis. Then the struggle between organisms to survive in a habitat with limited resources is called natural selection. This is false. It is competition. Okay, so organisms are not necessarily fighting against each other in a competition, but they're fighting for the same limited resources, such as that space, food, water, shelter, things like that. And is the following sentence true or false? In a particular environment, 2 species can usually occupy the same niche. This is false. One species will eventually die or leave due to competing for those resources. Species kind of have their own niche. They may be in the same location, but they're at different areas, essentially. Is the following sentence true or false then? Specializing can reduce competition. This is true. If organisms have specialized characteristics for certain things, it helps reduce what they're competing for, and then it provides the opportunity for them to live together. Then moving to predation, the interaction in which one organism kills and eats another for food is called predation. The organism that does the killing is the predator, and the organism that is killed is considered the prey. So then if a prey population decreases, the population of its predator will probably decrease as well. This is true because it's a food source for that predator. If the prey is decreasing, there's not as much food or that resource for the predator, so it's going to decrease as well. Predators have adaptations that help them catch and kill their prey. And then camouflage, mimicry, and false coloring are adaptations that help organisms avoid becoming prey. Then symbiosis, we're doing a worksheet today if you haven't already on this topic, just to kind of gather some more information. But symbiosis is the close relationship between 2 species that benefits at least one of the species. If you complete the compare and contrast table, mutualism is where both species benefit. Commensalism is where one species benefits and the other is unharmed or unaffected. And then parasitism is where one species benefits while the other is harmed. Then, in some cases of mutualism, where both species benefit, they have such a close relationship that neither could live without each other. So they're so codependent on each other that they need each other to stay safe, to survive, and things like that. 16, in a parasitic relationship, the organisms that benefit are called the parasite, and then the organism it lives on or in is called the host. So the host is the one that's affected or harmed. The parasite is the one that benefits. then some of you might have this matching chart correct, others might not. If you do not have this example, that is okay. You can delete this section if you want, or you can fill it out based on what you see here. I messed up the original document, so if you didn't make a copy of it early or late, you might have something different. So kind of just disregard that last matching section. Otherwise, you're good to go. Make sure you submit these guided reading notes and make sure you have them completed.